And in addition to standardized measures to determine if a child has met criteria for an IEP, should one expect informal inventory such as in reading if a child struggles in reading?
That's a really good question. So we have children that are found eligible for special education, and the actual professional evaluators did not find them eligible. So the law says is that we consider all pieces of information that are presented to the IEP committee to see if the student qualifies for special education and a need for related services. And so sometimes that is impacted by the conversation that goes on in a meeting. I was in an amazing IEP meeting one time in Lamar Consolidated Independent School District, and the evaluators did not find the student eligible for special education. You have to remember the evaluators do their evaluation in isolation, and while we're called a multidisciplinary team, they populate their evaluations into software. They don't usually just meet as a group and talk about them. So that is the point of coming together at the consideration of eligibility meeting. And in that meeting, I was able to point out to the amazing diagnostician, do you see how many times when you were working with him to get his diagnostic profile, you talked about how distracted he was, distracted. Well, that is not what the LSSP, the Licensed Specialist in School Psychology, saw during his evaluations. And they're both amazing evaluators, but we had to talk about these separate important pieces as a committee to see that there was an educational need for this student to meet educational need for special education and related services for ADHD. And it was really the diagnostician who found that out, and her very robust description of what it was like to test him.